remember the morning after the election, we were telling everybody to take a deep breath. I think it's time to do that again, like a week later, because we don't watch a lot of cable news or any news after we get off the show in the morning. I think 3 hours is gracious plenty for any. Yeah. But I was walking through our living room yesterday, and I saw Mitch McConnell. And I thought, oh, my Lord, I'm going to be getting texts. And without turning up the sound, I knew what he was going to do. He was going to say, just like he tweeted,
right to line.
We have a right to count all the votes and then present any legal challenges that we have. That's what, right. And I knew he was going to say that. And then I knew he'd say something like, the Democrats smell so bad, they got horse flies around their faces.
Well, he didn't say that.
And he didn't say that exactly. But I knew he was going to provoke the press, and he was going to provoke the Democrats, and I was going to be getting texts throughout the day. So it's really important. Everybody needs to take a deep breath, because you can put what you're hearing in two buckets. The first bucket is what you're hearing from most, except in Georgia, where you hear from most Republicans, elected leaders. And most Republican elected leaders are saying the same thing. Lindsey Graham, Mitch McConnell, others who are provoking a lot of people. One, they're saying the president has a right to count all the votes. You know what? You can say that about every election that's ever been held in American history. And two, the president has a right to present any legal challenges that he may have to the counting of those votes. That's been said. You could say that about any election that's ever been. So that's what most Republican elected officials are saying. And is it irritating that at the same time they're declaring victory and they're, yes, it's irritating. But they're stating what is obvious. Then you've got the Trump propagandists who are lying and cheating, or not cheating, but lying and talking about cheating and holding press conferences at lawn care centers outside of sex shops.
Well, and also in the White House.
And the White House briefing. And, you know, they're saying they're lying. And guess what? That's obvious. And that's going to be sorted out by the courts. There was a judge in Michigan yesterday who heard one of these challenges, said, hey, you know what? You haven't presented several things, including any evidence of wrongdoing. Right. And I was there for 500 for 38 days in Florida in the recounts. I was there every day. And what we were doing as Republicans, we were looking at votes, 537 votes. So if 14 votes changed in a county, that was really significant, because there's 67 counties in Florida. So it really was. That recount was chaotic. But we are talking about dozens of votes here, dozens of votes there. This morning, Joe Biden is ahead by 14,000 votes in Georgia. He's ahead by 45,000 votes in Pennsylvania, more than Donald Trump beat Hillary Clinton by 4 years ago. He's ahead by, 18,000 votes in Arizona. He's easily gotten his 270. There are going to be no court challenges that are going to change that outcome, and everybody knows it. Now, it's disturbing what's happening in Georgia, but that should be more disturbing to Georgia Republicans, because the fate of the United States Senate and the entire government of the United States of America rests on those two seats. And the two people running are, I think, stand apart as being extraordinarily reckless, saying things that are total lies, and they're attacking, wait for it, a fellow Republican who laughed at the attacks and said they're mad because Trump's lost and they're afraid they're going to lose their seats too. And Willie, it's just so important to remember the rules of all of these elections were put together by Republicans in Wisconsin, in Michigan, in Pennsylvania, in Georgia, in Florida, in Texas, and in Arizona. Every swing state, Republican legislatures put together the rules. And they're being run in Georgia, in Arizona, in Philadelphia by Republicans. So I'm just saying, I know it's maddening. I know we want this to all be over. But it's obvious where this is going to end. No, Donald Trump is not going to steal any elections. He's throwing a tantrum right now, and Republicans are trying to give him space. Should they give him space? No, they should put their country ahead of their country ahead of their party. They're not going to do it, so don't suffer twice. They're not going to do it. But the courts are. They're going to follow the law, and nobody has brought up a single legal challenge. I got to say, the only other thing I'll say is law firms like Jones and Day should be ashamed of themselves if they continue this charade. There's several law firms that are respected law firms that have respected clients, but anybody that carries out this facade and does it for money when they know there are no, unless they have legitimate challenges, if they have legitimate challenges, bring it up. But if you're acting for a shield for a president who's trying to undermine democracy and our elections, it's time to slowly step away and tell the president goodbye. Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.